What's going on, people? Welcome to the LV Live show. I'm LV Live. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Once again, I want to thank all 3 subscribers for coming by to my channel, man. It is truly, truly appreciated. Big time win for them boys in Abu Dhabi. There we go. Beating the 76ers 113-104. The captain, 14 points, 2 assists. OG Anunoby, the big dog, 13 points, 2 rebounds. So, yeah, man, I think it's huge. I think it's great to see exactly this team kind of, just look how they look, man, offensively. I think it's awesome. I think how they're doing things and how they've changed the whole layout of how they run. It's no more ISO ball. Rondo, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. This Rover, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live tonight. It's going to be a quick recap, man, of the game today. Knicks beating the 76ers in Abu Dhabi 113-104. On their way back to the States as we speak, ready to face the Timberwolves on Thursday. So, all in all, man, I just think it's a great trip. Great trip. Got a lot of things that you were able to kind of get out of it. I thought a lot of people that we wanted to see play and do well, I thought did so, right? Thought Mitch looks like I said before, I think he's in midseason form, right? Take a look at a guy like Yabusele. I thought he looked great. A guy like Jordan Clarkson, you know who he is, right? Energizer Bunny coming off the bench. I thought he looked great. OG Anunoby looks fabulous. And came back from the little hand injury he had. Nothing serious, obviously, but he came back. He was on fire. I'll touch on him in a minute. But all in all, this whole Mike Brown, a wide open offense, drive and spray out the ball. The things that he's kind of talked about a lot of. I think it looks fabulous. I think it looks really good, and it's something that they're still building on, right? Something that they're still learning about. Big shout out to my people on TikTok, man. Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live as well. I think it's developing. It's developing really well, and I think it's going to take guys some time, but already you're starting to see a lot of great things just about this offense, and everybody touching the ball, and everybody just feeling like they're part of the offense. A big part to me is Big Mitch. I think Mitch looks amazing, man. Amazing, and it's showing that he's going to be a big part of what it is that we're going to do offensively, right? I mean, how many lobs did he get today? Lob dunks. He had like 3 of them, right? So he's getting out, getting rebounds, getting out to the open court. They're looking for him, so that's good. You feed the big man, he's going to feel good. He's going to want to play hard defensively. I mean, this is as old as time, right? When it comes to playing hoops, right? You always got to feed the big man, right? Because he's getting down there, he's doing the dirty work, getting block shots, getting rebounds. Got to make him a little happy, right? Get him down there, get him a couple of dunks, and he's going to come back and want to give the same effort on the defensive end, right? So that was good to see, right, from Mitch. Then, of course, I mean, I think OG Anunoby, man, I mean, he looked fabulous. I believe he went 3 for 5 from 3 today, 4 for 7 from the field. I mean, he was exceptional, right? He was exceptional. Looks like these guys are all in shape and they're all ready to go. And so that's what you want to see, like with preseason games, right? You want to see, of course, number one, if guys are in shape, guys are healthy, right? You don't want nobody getting hurt right before the season starts. But you want to have guys been working on their game. It's obvious they happen. It's obvious guys have started to work on their game. It's obvious guys are really looking forward to playing for Mike Brown and this offense. Like I've stated before, this is, he's pretty much bringing the same offense or something similar to what they had over there in Golden State. Right, he wants to take the ball out of Brunson's hands. He wants everybody to touch it, drive and spray. Right, you want to see what that looks like. A couple of guys knocking down a couple of threes. Yabusele knocked down 2 threes today. Right, he went 2 for 2. So once again, I think what happened last year with the whole ISO ball stuff, right? It was good at times. Of course, Brunson being named Clutch Player of the Year, right, and of course him and Cat being second team All NBA. But it came pretty stagnant, and I think that really impacted us in the playoffs. But now with this new offensive identity, right, that Mike Brown is bringing over, I think you're going to see a better team. And I think also, too, a well-rested team and a team that's ready to make a real championship push. But it's going to take time, right? We have to be patient with this. David Smith, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. Let's reset the room, man. Big time win for them boys in Abu Dhabi. Finally got the name right. 113-104 by beating the 76ers. Now they are on their way back home. back to the Garden Thursday against the Minnesota Timberwolves, right? Homecoming for Dante and, of course, Randall. We'll call him Kush Randall. That's what we'll call him. Brunson, 14 points today, 2 assists. OG Anunoby, 13 points, 2 rebounds. So to me, that's big to see, man. It's just all together. Now, as you guys know, Josh Hart didn't play today, right? So they did state that it is a sore back. It's nothing serious, so we don't have anything to worry about regarding that. So that's good, right? That's good. He's our spark plug, right? So we got to make sure, him being the heart and soul of the team, no pun intended, that he's able to get out there and be ready to go for the season opener. Of course, we already know he's coming in with that bad finger, right? So, we want to make sure that there's no issues with the back, right? Back problems coming to these guys, everyone's fairly healthy. So the last thing we need is for the guy that is, like I stated, the heart and soul of this team to come in. He's also banged up. That's not going to be good for us, right? So it's good to see that he's going to be okay and it's nothing serious. Namrit, what's going on? Appreciate you coming through, rocking with LV Live. Big time win for the boys, 113-104. Preseason game number 2 in Abu Dhabi. The captain, 14 points, 2 assists. OG Anunoby, 13 points, 2 rebounds. Coach, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through, rocking with LV Live tonight. Great win for the boys, 113-104. Preseason game number 2. Big shouts to everybody out there on TikTok as well. Appreciate you coming through, rocking with me. Please hit that like button for me on both areas, TikTok and on YouTube. So let me go to the highlights here, guys. Let me bring the highlights up so you can kind of see exactly how everything went. Also, 2 people over there on TikTok, right? If you can't see the highlights, I have the highlights going up on YouTube. If you want to come and subscribe to me on YouTube, I am there, going live there. So please come through and check that out if you want to see the highlights. But yeah, so let's get straight to it, guys. So I thought all together, man. I thought in watching the game and just seeing how we looked as a team and just seeing how Mike Brown has things flowing, it's good to see. I think it's pretty safe to say that I think Mitch is going to be starting, right? Let's be honest. I don't think it's going to be a Josh Hart thing. I think Josh Hart is coming off the bench. I think Mitch is starting. I think Mike Brown really, really likes Mitch. So, and the way Mitch looks, it's a no-brainer that he should start, right? And I think it's better too, believe it or not. I think it's better that you have Cat at the 4, right? I think Cat is better suited at the 4. Once again, I've stated before, that's what they did over there in Minnesota, right? And honestly, I don't think they move off of Cat if it wasn't the money situation with Ant Edwards, with, of course, Jaden McDaniel over there, right? The money that he's making as well. So you got to kind of look at that. That's why to me they moved off of Cat, and we were able to get him. So now that's something that the Knicks have obviously implemented, right? By putting Cat at the 4 next to Mitch. And so now you're seeing it. And then also, too, Mitch is an athletic big. He can get up and down the court. He can run. He can catch oops and stuff like that, right? So, I think that this is really going to come together to where you're going to start seeing really us hit our peak. And I always said that, guys. I said it on my last shows, right? I said, I want to see exactly like how he's going to be able to take us. Is he going to help us to where we can ascend to the next level and be one of the best teams in the league, or if not the best team in the league based on the pieces that we have? Like, what is Mike Brown going to be able to do with this team? Because, guys, let's be honest. We can't go backwards, right? We have to go forward regarding everything. So it's kind of finals or bust. I mean, I've said that before on my show, and I'm going to say it again. It's finals or bust. So it's no question that's really what the mindset is. And there's no coach in this town, right? I'm speaking of all sports, that has more pressure on him than Mike Brown, right? Not, listen. Not, of course, the Yankees, not those guys over there, not the Giants. We already know what the situation is with the coach over there with Dayball and everything like that. We already know our Giants record. Not Mendoza over there with the Mets. Right? Not over there in the Jets. None of them coaches, right? What's the coach of the Nets? With Fernandez, right? None of them cats. It's all Mike Brown because of how good the Knicks are and where we were last year, right? So he can't do what Tibbs did. He's got to go beyond that. So to me, it's finals or bust. And I think this system that he's got us in and how it looks like it's a good possibility that can happen. And the reason why I do say that is because of the fact you see the weapons that we have, right? You see what Deuce looks like. Deuce looks great coming off the bench. Looks great coming off the bench. He looks a lot more confident. This is year 5 for Deuce. So, he should be turning the corner, right? And it looks like he is so far in this preseason, right? Just offensively being aggressive, believing in his skill set, believing in what he does. And so I think that that's where, to me, it's good to see with Deuce. Then also, too, you pair him with a guy like Clarkson, right? You know who Clarkson is, right? He's an Energizer Bunny, right? Meaning he's coming off being like a Vinny Microwave, right? Anybody knows Vinny Microwave, man, he used to play for the Pistons, right? All for our old heads out there, right? That's who Clarkson is. I'm just coming in and getting mines. Now, at times, it can be shaky because, he kind of doesn't really look to pass sometimes. He can play make, but what he is, right? You just got to be real with it. He didn't come to the Knicks to pass. He came to the Knicks to score. So that's the beauty of Clarkson. And when he's on, right? He got 6 man a year before, and in his past, I think he was with Utah when he got that 6 man a year. So listen, the guy knows how to score, and that's what you need coming off the bench. Because any night that we're kind of off offensively, a guy like him can really kickstart the offense based on what he could do offensively. I mean, that's just how good he is. So that's the beauty of having him here, right? So now you have him. Then, of course, you add on Yabusele. Then, of course, Josh Hart, right? So that's 4 guys right there. That's 4 guys. I forgot about Matthew Brogdon. I forgot about Landry Shamet. Right? So what is that? That's 6 guys? That's 6 guys on the bench. So what are the Knicks going to go? We're going to go 11 deep? We're going to go 11 deep. I'm just being honest with you guys here. I think Mike Brown goes 9 or 10 deep this year, man. I think that's what's going to happen. And then you're hearing people talk about Dadier. Is Dadier really going to play this year? I don't think he plays. There's no room for him to play. Kevin McCullough, is he going to play? There's no room for him to play. You got to keep Akaporte because there's going to be some back-to-backs where Mitch doesn't play. Right? So, I'm just hey, guys, I'm just being honest here. Just being honest. And so we got to kind of look at this lineup and say, okay, who plays, who doesn't? And that's how deep we are. So it's a lot of weapons, man. We got a lot of weapons. We got a lot of pieces that we can use, man. This is kind of like an exciting place to be if you're a Knicks fan. And even those teams back, in the Ewing era, I'm giving my age here, back in those times, 92, 93, of course, 94, 95, those teams were really, really good. 96, 97, 98, like those teams were like, come on, those are legendary teams. They weren't even that deep. They weren't 9, 10 deep. So this team is extremely deep. You have guys that can come off the bench. They can really provide a spark. They can really put up some numbers. Brogdon's going to play. Brogdon's going to make this lineup, guys. Listen, I'm being honest. Brogdon's not here to just lose a spot or whatever. So someone's going to move. Someone's going to get moved. I don't know what, but Brogdon is here to stay. And I think Shamet is also here to stay. So, guys, so we have to kind of, we got to be honest here about what this rotation looks like. Akaporte is going to play because you're not going to want to have Mitch to have back-to-backs, right? So it's a lineup, or shall I say, it's a team that I feel very confident in is going to win a lot of games. A lot of games. So based on what I'm seeing and how they're going to become a lot more, get a better feel for the offense, a better understanding of the offense, we're going to be very, very tough to beat. Very, very tough to beat. So, and then, of course, as you guys know, of course, with the injuries, right, with Tatum and, of course, with Halliburton over there in Indiana, Boston. I mean, the only team to me, honestly, I'm not worried about the Cavs. I'm being honest with you. LV's always, I don't trust the Cavs in the playoffs, so I'm not worried about them. The only team I'm really worried about is Philly, right? Detroit. I think Detroit's got something going there. A lot of young guys. If they could bring Beasley back, so I know they lost Hardaway. They bring Beasley back, right? I think they got, who they pick up? Duncan Robinson, I believe they picked up. Of course, they got Big Stu. He's back. Isaiah Stewart, right? Jalen Duren, right? So they got a lot of pieces, man. Of course, Cade Cunningham is a superstar in the making. So Detroit's going to be back. They're going to be back and ready to go. So once again, right? I also think Orlando's going to be really good, right? I thought Orlando was great last year. I loved Orlando. They just can't score, but they could defend. And I feel everybody on the team is like 6'10" and up. I don't know why, but it just feels that way with Orlando. So once again, I think there's going to be some competition here, but nobody that I'm afraid of. So I think we should be really, really good this year. I think it should be a situation where really it comes down to us and what we want to do and how well we play and how quickly we assimilate and get accustomed to this system here that Mike Brown is really implementing. People are worried about Brunson, and Brunson's going to be fine. But Brunson's going to be fine. I'm not even worried about him at all. At all. But what do you guys think about Yabusele too, man? I love Yabusele. Do you guys think Yabusele should stay at the 4 or the 5? They did a lineup out there where they had him at the 5 because they want to do the 5 out. The problem is you get destroyed in the glass with Yabusele. Because he's all of what? What is he, 6'8"? Maybe 6'9". So you have no big out there. I think that's danger zone if you do that. We got to be smart here. Now, this is Mike Brown experimenting, so we'll see what that looks like. But I love Yabusele at the 4. I love Yabusele at the 4 with Mitch. That combination, you have those two bullies down there in that Baja. You saw Yabusele today. They tried to dunk on Yabusele. He blocked the shot, right? So he's showing you. I know he came over here with some people were saying he's not a defensive player. He's not this. He can't move his feet. Hey, man, I don't know. What I saw today is I saw a guy that could be a bully down there. And the beauty of him is he can knock down the 3 ball. So you have him down there with Mitch and OG. You got 3 bullies down there on the front line. So, hey, man, I like that a lot. And then you throw out, of course, Bridges at the 2, and, of course, Brunches at the 1. I mean, that's beautiful. Once again, let me reset the room, man. I appreciate everybody coming through rocking with LV Live tonight, man. It's a quick recap of the Knicks preseason game. Winning against the 76ers 113-104. Captain, 14 points, 2 assists. OG Anunoby, 13 points and 2 rebounds. If you come through in here, please hit the like, share, subscribe button for me. I truly appreciate you guys coming with me, rocking with me on this Saturday night. Everybody out there on TikTok, appreciate you sliding through, rocking with me regarding the Knicks. Please hit that heart button for me, please. I truly appreciate you guys coming through and rocking with me tonight to discuss these Knicks. BQ from BK, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live, man. Truly appreciate it, man. Big time win for them boys. 113-104 in Abu Dhabi. Jalen Brunson, 14 points, 2 assists. Knicks on their way back home from Dubai, that long trip. Be back in the Garden Thursday to take on the Minnesota Timberwolves in preseason game number 3. So, guys, question I have for you. I'm going to throw it out there for everybody to think about. What do we do now with this rotation? What do we do? Everyone's talking about Matthews and stuff like that. They're talking about Shaman. Everybody's competing with those two. Is Brogdon the first one to come off the bench? Is he? Is he the first guy to come off the bench, or is it Deuce? Is it Josh Hart? To me, it has to be Brogdon. Brogdon's got to be 1A or 1B, first guys coming off the bench because we need a backup for Brunson. To me, he takes the cake. Because there's nobody else. I don't want Deuce handling the ball. I don't want Deuce bringing it up. I don't want Deuce doing that. I don't want Clarkson bringing it up. Listen, we already know who Clarkson is. He's proving it right now. He's going to be some headaches, too. Everybody be patient with him. He's going to cause headaches. Because people are going to say, yo, pass the ball. I can see it now. So What do we do with that? You can't have those guys. So to me, you're gonna have to have, as they say with situations, you got to have an adult in the room to run the show. You got to have somebody in there to run the show. You have to, and I think that's where Brogdon comes in. He's got to run the show. He has to. And of course, you gotta have Josh Hart out there, right? Josh Hart, to me, he could definitely run the offense. He can bring the ball down. But you gotta have a guy that's gonna put everybody in their situation, in their spot. This can't be just running and gunning, like we had Baby Rucker over there on 145th, or we had Big Boy Rucker on 55th, or we had Soul in the Hole in Brooklyn, right? People know, if you know about hoops, you know what I'm talking about. Hoops in the Sun in the Bronx. This ain't that. Okay, this is the Garden on 34th Street. We got to have somebody out there that's going to run the show. This can't be running and gunning. And if you have Deuce out there and Josh Hart and Clarkson, it's going to be, ain't nobody going to be running nothing. They're not going to be running anything. So we got to be mindful about that. We have to be. All right, let me go ahead and go to the chat, man. Once again, I appreciate everybody coming through rocking with me tonight, man. It's a Saturday night. I wanted to hop in here with my peoples real quick and kind of discuss the game earlier. The game was at 11 this morning, man. 11 this morning. I was out there, trying to watch the game, running my errands, going food shopping. You know how I go on a Saturday, man. Got football on, got the Yanks. The Yanks got smoked today. They got their doors blown off 10-1. I'm not stressing, though. I'm not stressing about the Yanks. I think we'll be fine. That was the Blue Jays' first home game in the playoffs. So the Yanks are kind of like on, a little, I think they're kind of like, living with a little jet lag coming from the Bronx, dealing with that high of beating Boston the way they did. So I think they kind of were sluggish today. They caught the Yanks slipping. I think we come back tomorrow. I think we'll be fine. So I'm not worried about the Yanks. I think we'll be okay. But yeah, so the game came on at 11. I wasn't really ready for it, man. But I was watching it, of course, so I can make sure I have some points for you guys. All right. Okay, so Coach is in here. Coach says we're almost set. Agreed, Coach. Agreed. I think we are. Double season for Monster Mitch. Okay. Now, Coach is saying Hart might have to go financially in Deuce too. He said he would rather keep Mitch. Coach, me and you have kind of had our debates in the back, right? In the background. I mean, in the past. Excuse me. Let me say that. And you have come out the winner of those debates. I'll be honest with you, Coach. Listen, LV can take L's. It's okay. But this one, I think you're going to lose on this one. Josh Hart isn't going anywhere. He's not. He's the heart and soul of this team. Now, Deuce is a different conversation. I wouldn't be surprised if Deuce walks. I think he can get more money. Deuce is only getting $13 million from us. I believe he gets like $4 million this year. It's something on those lines. So we got him at Dollar Tree prices. If anybody knows the Dollar Tree, you know what I'm talking about. Dollar Tree prices. That's what we got Deuce for. Where he's really, really worth, Bird-off Goodman, if you know what I'm talking about. Anybody at NYC, you know what I'm talking about. That's what Deuce is worth. He's up there. And he's going to get a lot of money in free agency. So, I mean, there's no way Josh Hart is going anywhere. No way. No way Josh Hart is going anywhere. Appreciate everybody coming through rocking with me, man. I truly do. All the people on TikTok, appreciate everybody coming through rocking with me. Please hit that heart button on TikTok, man. Let me know that you're here. Also, too, everybody that's rocking with me on YouTube, man. Please hit that like button for me. Also, too, share the content, and I appreciate you coming through rocking with me on this Saturday night, man. You guys could be anywhere else, but you're here rocking with LV. It's truly, truly appreciated. Okay, David Smith, here we go. He says, I disagree. Cat's are much better at center. It was a failed experiment with Cat at power forward in Minnesota. I think David Smith, Cat's interchangeable. I think Cat's interchangeable. I think Cat is in a situation to where it's better for him to play the four with Mitch. You got to play Mitch, man. Mitch changes everything defensively for us. And so you still can keep Cat offensively, David Smith, to do what he does. But to kind of protect him on the back end, on that front line, you're going to need a guy like Mitch, who's athletic enough, that can cover enough ground, that can really clean up a lot of Cat's issues defensively. And so I think they're going to play both. Meaning Cat, I think Cat's going to be 4 into 5, depending on what Mike Brown wants to do. Coach says Mitch isn't a 40-minute center, not at all. I think Mitch, honestly, Coach, if you want to be honest, I think Mitch plays anywhere between 25 to 30 minutes this year. And I think that's perfect. And I would not play Mitch in back-to-backs. I would use Akaporte. I thought Akaporte looked good again today. Had a couple of floaters in there. You guys see that with Akaporte? He had a couple of strong finishes the other day. So I like Akaporte. And I think Mike Brown likes him also. So we got to see what that looks like. But I do think that, no, Mitch is not a 40-minute player, and I would not even do that to Mitch. Yeah, Coach says 22 to 28 minutes for Mitch. Yeah, I agree. I'm on the same thing. I would say more 28-30, Coach. I would say more 28-30. Davis was a double big failed miserably in the Eastern Conference Finals. I think that's the matchup issue, man. But I think Mitch played really, really well in Indiana. I think it's just, once again, right, David Smith, a lot of it is coaching. And what your coach rolls out there and how he does things defensively and offensively. Because I think Mitch could have been a problem offensively as well, with tip-ins, with lob dunks, all that stuff. But it's based on the offensive sets you're running, David Smith, right? So he can put pressure on teams. He can. Right? So it's how you use them on both ends. And so I think that's where they're going to have to kind of figure that out with Mitch. Right? So, but I love that double big lineup, man. I truly do. Coach says it won't fail against the Cavs. Right. Listen, no, that double big lineup is what's going to destroy the Cavs. It's what's going to destroy the Cavs. Big time. Okay, I'm going to the chat here. He says, this Rover says, I'd rather not keep Matthews because he really can't defend and doesn't seem super consistent in threes. This Rover, I have to agree with you there. Listen, man, look. Once again, big shouts to everybody on TikTok, man. Appreciate everybody coming through, rocking with LV Live, man. If you haven't done so, please hit that heart button for me. Let me know that you're in here and you're rocking with me. Everybody that's in here rocking with me on YouTube, please hit that like button for me. It's truly appreciated, man. Let's reset the room. 115 to 104. Big time win for them boys in Abu Dhabi on their way back to New York from Dubai to play the Minnesota Timberwolves on Thursday. Jalen Brunson, big tonight, 14 points, 2 assists. Here's the thing with the whole Matthews and here's the issue with Matthews. He can't defend. And in this league today, it's just the facts, guys. You got to be a two-way player, man. You got to be a two-way player. You have to be. You can't be in a situation to where you're just not defending. Like, you can't do it. You just want to score. It's not like that anymore, man. It's a different league. You have to be able to defend, especially if you're not a star. Like, you got to be able to be a two-way guy. Now, could you say Matthews could be maybe like someone like a Duncan Robinson type of guy? I mean, cool. But you see what a guy like Caruso does, right? He can knock that out, but he defends, right? That's the thing. So you got to be able to do something like that, or a Dort, right? Out there in OKC, right? Or a guy, of course, like OG Anunoby, right? You got to be a two-way player. If you're not a star, you got to be. That's what's going to help you in this league in order to make it. Because if you have a guy who you're battling out for and he's a two-way player, you're going to lose out on that. I don't care how good you shoot. There's only one ball. Right? So now you got to be honest about that. Right? What does that look like? And what is that going to be as far as what's best fit for the team? Yes, Gary Mount, yes, he can knock down threes. We understand that. But can he defend, though, man? Because we don't need him knock down threes. We need him to defend. Can he lock it in? defensively. Can he do that? I like him. I do. But if I had to choose, I would have to go Shamet because I know Shamet's going to defend. And when you start thinking about teammates and lineups like, a team like the Cavs, a team like, of course, like I mentioned before, a team like Detroit, a team like, Orlando, even Atlanta, right? Atlanta's kind of coming together now, right? But they got Porzingis, they got, Ricochet, they got Jalen Johnson. Of course, they got what's good? Dyson Daniels, they got him, and of course Trae Young. Listen, look, can't sleep on the Hawks. Right? So you can't be playing with them. You got to be out there. You got to defend, man. You got to defend. You got to lock in. Right? So I don't know, man. I just think that's where Shamet gets a nod over that kid. Listen, this is LV breaking it down. You can feel how you want to feel. I'm not knocking anybody, but I'm just saying this is LV's perspective on this. BQ from BK says they'll neutralize Isaiah Stewart in that Baja. Yeah, you know why? Because Beef Stew can't really can't score really like that. You know what I'm saying? I like Beef Stew. I do. He's a local kid. He's from Rochester, man. He's from upstate. Way upstate. You know what I'm saying? He's from up that's up by like Buffalo. You know what I'm saying? He's from up there. Beef Stew. So, he said he was a big fan of the Knicks. He said one of his favorite players is Patrick Ewing. So, Beef Stew's got that edge to him, right? Like I like that. But, Mitch being here changes everything, man. It really truly does because you got to respect him, and he's tough on the glass. So it's Jalen Duren and all those guys are gonna have a hard time, and they constantly foul Mitch because they can't box him out. He's too big. Pause. Someone told me to pause the other day when I said Mitch was too big, and someone said, "Yo, LV bugging." So I had to tighten up. Apologize. Pause on that. Atlantic Line, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV live, man. Truly appreciate it, man. Keith Watkins, man, what's going on, man? I appreciate you coming through rocking with LV live tonight. It's truly appreciated, man. Truly is. I hope everybody's doing well on this Saturday. Reset the room. Big time win for them boys in Abu Dhabi. 113 to 104. OG Anunoby, 13 points, 2 rebounds. Awesome, man. Awesome. Okay, cool. Let me get back here. You know what? Let's change it up here. Let me remove this. Okay, let me pull up the coach, man. Let me pull him up. Coach Mike Brown. Let me pull him up to, he discusses Brunson, man. He's discussing Brunson and how he's looking, because I guess everybody's making a big deal about, how Brunson's going to look and, if he looks comfortable, if he doesn't. I think Brunson looks fine. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I don't know. I think when you read into so many things so much, you start playing mind games with yourself. I think Brunson's going to be fine. He had 14 today, man. He's going to be all right. But I think it's going to help him, man. It's going to help him because, look, when it's money time, you know what time it is, right? Everybody clear out 1-4 flat. We get that. But throughout the game, we don't need 1-4 flat in the first quarter. We don't need that, right? And so that's the problem. That was the problem last year. Tibbs would be letting him do what he wants to do. And that was the issue, right? So that's something that Mike Brown is trying to change, right? And I think that's a good thing, man. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. We can't all, panic, all of a sudden. And it feels like that's kind of like what's happening. Excuse me 1 second. Let me just kind of clear this up here for you guys. Clean this up. Make sure that this is nice and clear for you guys. All right, let me open this up.
He's starting to adjust. You can see it.
Okay, this is Mike Brown talking about the captain. Once again, everybody on TikTok, man, I appreciate you coming through rocking with me. If you want to see the video of Mike Brown talking about Brunson, you could please come through to my YouTube channel. Send the link. But I appreciate you coming through rocking with me, man. It's truly, truly appreciated talking about those Knicks who we love. Big time win today, 113 to 104. Here's Mike Brown talking about the captain, Jalen Brunson, and how he's looking in the offense so far.
Jalen, he's starting to adjust. You can see it. I think this is going to be good for him because you can see how much space he has when he brings the ball. And again, if you want to pressure a guy like Jalen with that much space, it's a pretty good chance that he can make you pay for it. And so I like that aspect of it. And then, him just getting used to run, and still be effective, whether you're on the ball or off the ball. It was great to see. You could see he's starting to get his feet underneath him a little bit and understand how to play at that frantic pace and still be effective and know where his shots are going to be or come from. Jalen,
great breakdown by him. Great breakdown by him. See, what he's saying is, I apologize, guys. This looks crazy, man. I apologize. Let me fix this up. We having a little technical difficulties, man. Tighten it up. All right, I apologize. There we go. Okay, so what he's saying, guys, is basically this, right? Also, too, everybody's rocking with me over there on TikTok. I appreciate you coming through rocking with me, man. Please hit that heart button. Miss Photo Booth. I apologize. I can't. Selfie Photo Booth. Mr. Selfie Photo Booth. I'm sorry. Got the names all messed up. Appreciate you coming through rocking with me and my crew tonight to talk about these Knicks. What he's saying, which is awesome, is that Brunson is getting used to things at this frantic pace, right? So it's a different type of speed than coming up, walking up, and just doing him, right? 1-4 flat, right? But the beauty of this is that it's just something he's got to get used to, which is going to make things a lot more easier for him. And then when he understands where his spots are and what to do and when to do it, things are going to be easier for him. So once again, it's just an adjustment period, but it's something that I think he will be fine with. I don't think it's something that he's going to struggle with. I don't think it's something that he's going to have issues with. I think that, he's such a good player that you just give him a minute, man. He'll be fine. And I'm not even worried about it. He's going to be all NBA again. And I think everything will work itself out regarding him. Wolverines 1986, man. What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live, man. If you haven't hit that like button, please hit that like button. Truly appreciate you coming through rocking with me and my crew this evening. So I think that that's what the coach is saying, right? So Brunson, it was such a slow offense last year. Brunson was coming down, screen, shoot, or pass, give and go. I mean, it was really elementary offense. Like that was stuff I ran in middle school, right? So, but what Mike Brown is doing is putting the pressure on the defense constantly because you're constantly pushing the ball. Like perfect example, Mitch had 3 or 4 oops today, right? Because he's running, he's getting out in the open court, right, and they're feeding them. But then also, too, every time someone gets the rebound, they're looking to kick it up. They're looking to play fast. And then, like he says, Mike Brown always talks about, drive and spray. Like, spray. Right? We're looking to kick out for threes. And a couple of times, guys are open in the corner. OG Anunoby, of course, that's where he makes a living at. For that corner 3, he was 3 for 5 today. Yabusele got, joined the party. He knocked down 2 of them things, right? So, once again, right? So, now you're showing how the offense is. And you're scoring quick and you're scoring at a high clip, meaning that you're coming down and getting a layup. Then you're getting a lob dunk. Then you may come down and knock down 2 threes, right? So before you know it, you're up by 15, 16. You know what that sounds like? That sounds like the Warriors. That's what that sounds like. And so it's something that can be implemented, which I think is awesome. The more we do it, the more we get used to it, the better we're going to get. Coach says, hopefully Mitch runs Gobert off the court. Yeah, man, listen, Gobert can't keep up with him. Wolverines 1986. He says, Mitch ain't no Gobert. Trade him. I mean, yeah, Gobert's legit, man. Gobert's legit. But I think Mitch is right there, man. I think Mitch is right there. I think he's a little bit more athletic than Gobert. Right? I think he's a little bit more athletic than Gobert. Wolverines 1986, man. Listen, look, don't come over here talking crazy, man. Just make sure you boys are ready to go to Southern California next week, man. Because you guys didn't look good. You guys didn't look good today against Wisconsin, Wolverine 1986. You look shaky. You got to play them Trojans next week, man. Who's got one of the top offenses in the nation. I think they're going to come back locked and loaded, ready to go, man. After what happened to them in Illinois, I think they're going to, hey, man, be careful. You guys might get your doors blown off next week, man. You saw what happened today. You saw what happened to Penn State. They came out west. They went out west and got smoked by a team that don't have no wins. So Wolverines 1986. Your lens should be focused on Southern California next week, sir. Gobert can do it on both ends. No, he cannot. Come on, man. Rudy Gobert cannot get it on both ends, man. Pause. Let me change that around. LV's all over the place. It's late. Gobert cannot do it on both ends, man. He just can't. He struggles offensively. Everybody knows that. So come on, man. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. University of Michigan, get it right. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Big Blue, right? Ann Arbor, I understand. I know, man. But you got to go to Southern Cal next week. They're on a bye this week. They didn't play anybody this week. So they're going to be well rested for you guys who struggled against Wisconsin. Yeah. Yeah. I watch college football too, man. I know my stuff. Hey, listen, BQ from BK says, I think they got a spot for Tyler Kolek on the Beijing Ducks over in China. Yo. Yo, that's ill. Yo, why you do that to Tyler, man? Listen. Yo, man, look, I think the kid is good, man. Listen, look, I said it to you guys yesterday. The other day, man. This league it's ill, man. You got to be a two-way player, man, if you're not a star. And he's not that. He's not that. He's not that. And I like him. I like him as a ball player. But you got to develop quick. And what I mean by that is I'll give you a perfect example of what I mean by develop quick. If you look at a guy like Deuce, you look at a guy like Lou Dort, right? You look at those guys. They didn't come into the league like they're like these offensive guys. And of course they could score. They got busy where they were at in college, but they had to really kind of solidify themselves on the defensive end. Like that's what they had to do to really kind of earn their spot. It's the same thing with them boys out there with out there in New Orleans, right? Trey Murphy and them boys, right? They had to really develop. I mean, they got offensive skills, but they're really known for being great two-way players, like him and Herb Jones, right? That's what they're known for. Same thing with Jaden McDaniels. Now he's starting to score, but when he came in, he was like a two-way. He was a great wing defensive player, right? Like that's what you have to be. Same thing with Pat Bev, right? He had to get really good on the defensive end. He could score. He can get buckets. He was killing putting up numbers in high school and college and overseas, but it didn't matter. When he came over here, you got to get better on that end of the court. You have to. And if you can't do that, it's really, really hard to get on the court in this league, and it's really, really hard for you to kind of earn a spot. Because you see right now it's getting crowded on the bench, right? Well, as far as a whole bunch of guards. It's getting crowded over there. So where is Kolek really going to find a place at? Like where is he going to are you going to play? Are you going to play Kolek over Deuce? Are you going to play Kolek over Jordan Clarkson? Are you going to play Kolek over Matthew Brogdon? I'm just being honest with you guys, right? So we have to, like, you know, just keep it 100 here, man. Keep it a buck, man. And I like the kid. I think he's a really good ball player, but I just don't know if this is, you know, the best opportunity for him. I just don't think so. This Rover says Tyler is the only player that could score in that third string lineup. That's well said, sir. Wolverines 1986. Gobert was 12 points, 11 rebounds, 67% from the field. Yeah, man, but that's all putbacks. That ain't. Come on, man. Like he's not. Come on. Gobert. I've seen times he's wanted the ball like in the post, and they don't even give him the ball, man, because they don't trust him, man. They don't trust him. They don't trust him at all. So, I mean, come on, you got to be real about Gobert. Like he's of course, listen, defensive guy is a beast. I understand that. Do I think he's eons or moons or different galaxies better than Mitch? No, not at all. Not at all. I think Mitch is pretty close. You know what I'm saying, to being just as good as Gobert. It's just Mitch can't stay healthy. That's Mitch's biggest problem, man. Biggest problem is health. I think he just can't stay healthy. And so, that's my opinion about that. Okay, so listen to the captain, man. Brunson is talking about, bring this up here. He's talking about adjusting to the offense as well. Open this up for you guys here. Listen to the captain.
And that's I'm comfortable. We're still adjusting. And
talk about Brunson. Open it up for Brunson here. Give me 1 second. Pull this up for you guys. All right, once again, let me reset the room, man. I appreciate everybody coming through rocking with me tonight, man. It is truly appreciated. Big time win for them Knicks. 113-104, beating the 76ers. The captain, 14 points, 2 assists. OG Anunoby, 13 points, 2 rebounds. Knicks are back in the Garden Thursday to face the Minnesota Timberwolves. Homecoming for, of course, Julius Kush Randle and Dante DiVincenzo. Flamethrower. We got to get him back home, man. We got to get him back home. Okay, that's the one. All right, cool. All right, so here's the captain, guys. Just talking about how he's adjusting to everything.
I'm comfortable. We're still adjusting, and that's the process of the entire season. You're not just going to be who you are at the end of training camp. You're going to continue to get better throughout the season. So I think the longer that we're going through this and understanding what it is that is needed of us and asked of us, the better we're going to be.
Well said by the captain. Well said by him. True leader. Takes time. He's going to adjust. No issues, no questions about that with him. Like I told you guys, I think it's going to be fine. As time goes on, they're going to get better. He's going to continue to get better, and that's it. This Rover says, question is, LV, who are we going to move off of for Dante? He commands like 12 minutes. Yo, right? This is easy, this Rover. This is easy. Deuce has got to go, man. If I had a choice, everybody in the chat, everybody on TikTok also too, right? This is what we're talking about on YouTube, right? If we had a choice, is it going to be Deuce or Dante? Who are you bringing back? I'm bringing back the flamethrower. There's no question. It's not even like like maybe unsure. I'm trying to figure it out. No, I'm bringing back Dante. You guys let me know in the chat. You guys let me know out there on TikTok. Are we bringing back Dante DiVincenzo or would you bring back Deuce? You let me know. What are you guys doing? Because I think Dante wants to come back home, man. I think he wants to come back home. I think he wants to. And I believe Dante's contract is up next year. I think this is his last season of that contract. Eric Green, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live, man. Hope all is well with you on this Saturday. Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. Big time win for them boys in Dubai, 113-104. OG Anunoby, 13 points, 2 rebounds. Eric Green says I'm bringing back Dante. Look at that, see? David Smith says, I want Deuce to be a starter. David Smith, I love Deuce, man. I love Deuce. Deuce would be a beast if he was about 6'5", but he's only 6'1". You can't have two small guards starting in this league. Can't happen. This is not, Isaiah Thomas and Joe Dumars. Like that this can't happen in today's NBA. So, no, not at all. He can't start. He's better coming off the bench. King Ribby, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rocking with LV Live, man. Long time no see. Hope all is well with you, sir. Appreciate you coming through Rocking with LV Live, man. It is truly appreciated. So, this Rover says Deuce doesn't make anywhere close to match. But Disc Rover, I think Dante's a free agent after this year, man. I think he is. I think that contract is up after the season. I think his contract is up. Okay, King Ribby, you know what time it is, man. Harlem, man. Harlem all day. That's what we do, man. That's what we do. That's regular stuff, man. That's guys, check it out for me. This Rover, you always on top of stuff like this. Check it out. I think Dante's contract is up after the season. I think he is. I think he's done. So I think he can probably choose or decide. I don't know if Minnesota has the rights. I don't know what the situation is. Look at David Smith. Dude showed up versus the Pacers in the Eastern Conference Finals. He handled the pressure. Yeah, man. He did. He did, David Smith. He did. I'm not denying that. But that's not the question, David Smith. The question is, who would you rather have? Deuce or Dante? Who would you rather have? Over there on TikTok, man, my man W says, yo, no Dante, our bench is our future. He costs too much. Big shouts to everybody on TikTok, man. Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. Hit that hard button for me, man. I truly appreciate you. The W over there on TikTok says, no to Dante. No one wants Dante. BQ from BK says 26-27 is the last year of Dante's contract. 1 year out. 1 year out, people, to bring the flamethrower back home. King with BK? I was talking to BQ. I was talking about BK, man. Brooklyn before last game, man. I was in Brooklyn heavy, man, back in the days, man. Long time ago. What was it? What was it the Van guy used to say? All my Brooklyn people, I'm talking about Utica. Hopping out that van. Yeah, many moons ago, man. Many moons ago. Okay, David Smith says, how would the Knicks acquire Dante? Well, first of all, it would have to be, honestly, it would have to be like a free agent type of deal. It would have to be something like that, and they don't have enough to match money-wise and all that stuff. He's going to demand a lot of money. So it would have to be David Smith, a free agent type of deal. It would have to be something like that. You know what I mean? So, yeah. David Smith says, you guys always want Randall, Tibbs, and Hartenstein back too. No. Relax. No, listen, relax. Okay. All right. Okay. David Smith. Okay. Let's pump the brakes. No one wants Tibbs back. Maybe. No one wanted him to leave in the first place. Randall's a different, no way to Randall. Okay. I mean, okay. See. Now, David Smith, you got me kind of thinking about this because I've been wanting to talk to you guys about this. How did you guys feel about the whole Randall piece? Him coming out saying all that stuff. How did you guys feel about that? think that was weak, man. Weak. I think that was weak the way he pretty much let it be known how he couldn't handle the pressure. So he start blazing. Blazing with the kush. He start blazing. Sitting in dark rooms. And you guys remember we were talking about it on my show. You guys, man, everybody that's been rocking with LV Live since the beginning, you know we was talking about how I forget the cat that was sitting there on the bench whispering in Randall's ear before the game with his eyes closed. Remember that? I was like, yo, what's up with him, man? I used to say that. I used to be like, yo, what's going on with this guy? He was still coming down off the kush, man. He's blazing in the city. He couldn't handle the pressure, man. And he let it be known. He let it be known he couldn't handle it. That's why he stunk it up. He tried to chalk it up to injuries. It ain't got nothing to do with injuries, man. It ain't got nothing to do with injuries. So you blazing up because you sprained your ankle? Huh? Where they do that at? Nah. You ain't blazing up because of that. It's called the pressure, man. Pressure is real out here. And you can't fake it in other spots and get away with it. You can't do that here. You stink it up here, we're going to let you know about it. Period. They booed Patrick Ewing. He's a god in this town. They booed him. Anybody could get it. You know why? Because, Joe, you got to come here ready to go. You can't be taking breaks. You got to come here ready to go if you want to be the man. That's the difference. You want to be the man, you want to wear the crown, that's what it takes. But he couldn't deal with it. He couldn't. He hid in the dark room watching TV in the dark. He talked about it. This ain't LV saying this. This is what he said. He's watching TV in the dark, blazing kush. You know what I mean? Like looking like Pookie. Looking like Pookie from New Jack City. You know what I mean? What's going on with that? Nah, man. Nah. Come on, man. Come on. Randall got to be better with that. He should have never said nothing. He should have let it rock. He should have stayed in Minnesota and cooled out and just enjoyed being out there with the snow, with the trees, with his wife, with his whole family. It's beautiful out there in the middle of nowhere. He should have been happy, cooling. But he had to mention it. Why? Yo, because he wasn't tough enough, man. That's it. This city's no different. I'm telling you. There's nothing. Anybody from NYC like me, you know what time it is. We don't deal with fake stuff. We don't. If you got the backbone for it, then rock. If not, get out of here. He didn't have the backbone for it. That's why he sit in dark rooms with Kush. Period. End of story. But you know what made him weak? Talking about it. Keep it to yourself, man. Keep it to yourself. Enjoy Minnesota. Yo, big shouts to my man, Preston's Paradise. Anybody that loves football, anybody that loves college football, you go by there, you go subscribe to my man, Preston's Paradise. Big shouts to you, my man. Listen, there was somebody in here. I wonder if he's still in here. Wolverines 1986. Get at my man, Preston. Them boys is ready in Southern Cal to smack up them Wolverines. Wolverines 1986. I hope you in here. Get at my man Preston. If you want anything to know about them Trojans, man, because they ready for them Wolverines. Looking weak out there against Wolverines. Against who? Preston, they was out there with Tackett Curtis. Had like 20 tackles today. They out there with them type of cats. Come on, man. Come on. Sorry, man. I'm sorry. See, you guys brought up Randall, man. David Smith, man. Big shouts to you. Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. I just lost it for a moment, man, because when I heard that, I said, here we go. He should have just been quiet, man. He should have just been quiet. Enjoyed how he's playing in Minnesota, not being a man, being the third option or the second option, whenever he feels like it, because he's chilling. Randall was weak. Yeah, get him out. Yeah, Randall agreed. Yeah, I remember that. You go, Rondo, come on, man. You know I was on it. I was on it, Rondo. And I said, yo, what's going on with Randall, man? You got to tighten up. But Rondo, he couldn't. He couldn't tighten up. You know why he couldn't tighten up? He was on the cush, man. That's why he couldn't tighten up. That's why he was spazzing out every time on the court. You're like, yo, what's wrong with this guy? He's all over the place. He's messing with that haze, man. Messing with that purple haze. He's out there uptown chilling with Cam on that purple haze. Coming uptown with Cam, chilling with that purple haze. That's what he was doing. Coming uptown to my parts. That's why he was up and down like that. That's why he's like a roller coaster. You're like, yo, what's going on with this guy? Yo, play ball. Why are you screaming at the ref? Why you look like you're ready to fight your teammates? What's going on, Randall? Yeah. He told on himself. He told himself. Now, guys, he's in recovery. Now he's not doing anything anymore. Now he's chilling. He says, I don't do that anymore. Yeah, I bet you don't. Crazy, man. David Smith says Randall could never cook. Yeah, he could. Yo, but that's what I'm saying, David Smith. You know what I mean? It's ill, man. It's ill. It's ill. What are we going to do, man? What are we going to do? All right, guys, really quick. Let me go to the stats here. Let's pull up the stats really quick here. Switch this over. Okay. All right, cool. So let me pull up the stats here from the game. I thought the Knicks did really, really well today, man, after all together. So let me pull it up here. As you see in the stats right here. All right, Mikal Bridges was great, 17 minutes, 4 for 4 from the field, 10 points. I think he's going to really, truly flourish in this offense, guys. I think he's going to do extremely well. I think the whole Thibodeau offense really kind of made him struggle. I think this wide open drive and kick and spray, as Mike Brown states, is going to make him even more of an offensive weapon. I think he's going to drive more. I think he's really, really going to cause some ruckus this year. So also, too, OG Anunoby, 17 minutes, 4 for 7 for the field. The dog looked great today, 3 for 5 from 3. That three-pointer looked fabulous, 13 points for him. The Big Cat, 17 minutes, 1 for 4, 0 for 1, 6 points. Big Mitch, 8 boards again in 13 minutes, 8 rebounds, 3 for 5 from the field, 3 alley-oops, 6 points. And, of course, the captain, 17 minutes, 5 for 10 from the field, 14 points for him. We saw Matt Ryan sighting, right? 3 points for him. Yabusele, 15 points, 15 minutes, 1 for 3. I thought he knocked down 2 3-pointers. I could have sworn, but okay, 1 3-pointer for him. Jamison, I believe that's a big man, right? I think that's a big man. He has 7 points. I can't pronounce this guy's name, so please, I don't even want to butcher it. He had 7 points. Diawara had 9 minutes, 3 points. He knocked down a quarter 3. Akaporte, 10 minutes for him, 3 rebounds, 5 points. Shamet, 9 minutes, 6 points, 1 for 2 for 3. Kevin McCullough, 13 minutes, 3 for 7 for the field, 8 points. McBride, Deuce, 16 minutes, 1 for 3, 3 rebounds and 2 points. Clarkson, 14 minutes, 2 for 5 from the field, 7 points. Brogdon, 12 minutes, 5 points, 4 rebounds for Brogdon for only 12 minutes, which looks great. Also, too, Garrison Matthews, again, 14 minutes, 1 for 5 from the field, 6 points. Kolick, 14 minutes, 1 for 9 from the field, 2 points. Dottie, only 8 minutes today, 0 points. Now, I want to talk to you guys about something. I mentioned it before, right, about the whole Diawara and Dottie thing. Guys, I would not be surprised they moved Dottie. And I would not be surprised by starting Dottie. That was a reason to kind of entertain him to the league, let the league shop him around in the league. I like the kid Diawara, man. I really do. I think Diawara, I think he's got something positive going, right? I think that's something we got to watch out for. Just be mindful of that, guys. Watch out for that with the whole I think let's watch out for that. Watch out for that. Watch out for movements that could possibly be coming in the future regarding Dottie. Because I like Diawara. Because Dottie don't play 8 minutes today, man. Only 8 minutes. Preston says Brunson's back before All-Star break. What do you mean by that, Preston? What do you mean by that? Brunson's back before the All-Star break. What do you mean? David Smith says Cat didn't get enough touches, reminding me of Tibbs' offense. Yo, man, Cat is going to be fine, man. David Smith, there's no way that we should be worried about that. Oh, there he is, Preston. Wolverines 1986. You got your man in here. Preston, let him know what's going on next week. Oh, yeah, Preston, he's good. Preston, he's good. He's good to go. He's good to go. He's fine. There's nothing wrong with him. Wolverines 1996. There's my man Preston's Paradise. Repping the West Coast and them Trojans. Go to his channel, man. Go to his channel and go back and forth. You guys can go at it. But this scroll will be easy, man. Be easy. The scroll will be easy. Preston, don't mind him. He's just he can get on people. This scroll, he's coming in for me, man. It's my man. He good money. He good money. Let be. This scroll will be easy on him, man. This scroll will be easy. Pump the brakes on the young bull, man. Be easy, this rover. Preston, you good with me. You Preston with me, man. Yeah, he's popping in. This Grover, man. It's like I gotta hold you back every day. Like, yo, just Rover, chill, be easy. Don't hurt him, man. Relax. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Preston. Let him know. No worries about the me. Exactly. Yeah. See, yeah. There you go. Big Blue. There you go. Get at it. Big game next Saturday. All right, boys, listen, let me get up out of here. Listen, I appreciate everybody coming through, rocking with me tonight, man. It's truly appreciated. Listen, on a Saturday night, you guys came through, rolling with me, man. It's truly appreciated. Listen, I will be back next Thursday to talk about that game with Minnesota, so please come through and check it out. But also, too, check me out for other things. I might put up some shorts here and there regarding the Knicks, so please come through and check that out. Once again, subscribe to the channel. Also, to hit that like button. And also, too, if you're part of the replay gang, also, too, please leave comments because I do respond to comments. All right, please. I'm LV Live, and that's my show. Please hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, people. Right. Also, too, if it's your first time coming through, rocking with me and my crew, please subscribe to the channel. All right, big time win for the boys, 113 and 104. And we'll be back in the Garden Thursday against the Minnesota Timberwolves. I will do a show after, so please come through and check it out. All right, I'm LV Live, and that's my show, and I'm out of here, people. Peace.